There was a time when the phrase Chinese car immediately made people think of cheap transportation, basic interiors, and questionable quality. But that era is rapidly disappearing because today, Chinese automakers are no longer simply trying to compete with the world's biggest car companies. They're coming after them. And one of the companies leading that transformation is Geely. This is the same automotive group with global connections to brands like Volvo and Lotus. And now, Geely is preparing to unleash something that looks like it was designed for an entirely different era of off-road vehicles. Meet the 2026 Geely Galaxy Cruiser 700, also known as the Jiangjian 700. A massive luxury off-roader combining an aggressive body, a sophisticated plug-in hybrid powertrain, multiple electric motors, advanced driver assistance technology, and an interior that looks far more expensive than you might expect. This isn't just another Chinese SUV. This is Geely's attempt to challenge the likes of the Land Rover Defender, Toyota Land Cruiser, and Mercedes-Benz G-Class. And if the numbers we've seen so far are accurate, this thing could be one of the most outrageous SUVs to come out of China. So let's take a closer look at the 2026 Geely Galaxy Cruiser 700. Because the more you learn about this SUV, the harder it becomes to ignore. Let's start with the design. Because the first thing you notice about the Galaxy Cruiser 700 isn't its technology, it's the sheer size. This is a substantial SUV with the kind of road presence that immediately tells you this isn't a normal family crossover. The design combines the traditional shape of a hardcore off-roader with the futuristic styling we've come to expect from modern Chinese luxury vehicles. Up front, the SUV features a wide, imposing face with a distinctive full-width lighting signature. The daytime running lights stretch across the front, creating a futuristic appearance, while the central branding gives the vehicle a clean and instantly recognizable identity. The headlights themselves are positioned inside sharp, geometric housings, giving the Cruiser 700 a serious and intimidating expression. It has that rare combination of luxury and aggression. The proportions are also important. This is a large SUV with a body stretching beyond 5 meters in length and a wide stance that makes it look even more substantial from the front. But Geely hasn't simply created a giant box. The designers have added carefully sculpted surfaces across the doors and body panels, giving the SUV a more sophisticated appearance when light moves across its exterior. Move toward the side, and the rugged character becomes even clearer. The squared-off wheel arches, large wheels, high ground clearance, and upright body all communicate one thing. This vehicle was designed to go places. The contrasting roof and darkened pillars create a floating roof effect, giving the huge SUV a surprisingly modern appearance. And then there is one particularly interesting detail. Look toward the upper section of the windshield area. You can see the hardware associated with the vehicle's advanced sensing systems. This is where the Galaxy Cruiser 700 begins to separate itself from traditional off-roaders. First, let's walk around to the back. At the rear, the Galaxy Cruiser 700 continues with a more traditional off-road design philosophy. The vertical taillights sit toward the outer edges, emphasizing the width of the vehicle. And the rear-mounted spare tire immediately tells you that Geely isn't trying to disguise this as a soft luxury crossover. This is meant to look like a serious adventure machine. The rear design has some similarities to the visual language we've seen from vehicles like the G-Class and other iconic expedition SUVs. But the overall execution feels much more modern. The cargo area should provide plenty of usable space. And that's important, because a vehicle like this isn't just about looking cool. It has to work. You should be able to take your family, luggage, camping equipment, and everything else you need for a long road trip. And this is where the Galaxy Cruiser 700 begins to make a very interesting argument, because underneath that massive exterior is where things get truly insane. Now, let's talk about the numbers. And honestly, this is where the Galaxy Cruiser 700 starts to sound almost unbelievable. According to reported specifications, the Zhangjian 700 is expected to use a plug-in hybrid powertrain, combining a turbocharged gasoline engine with 3 electric motors. Yes, 3 electric motors. And the combined system output has been reported at around 1,100 horsepower. That is an absolutely ridiculous figure for an SUV designed to go off-road. To put that into perspective, many high-performance SUVs already feel extremely quick with 500 or 600 horsepower. The Galaxy Cruiser 700 appears to be playing in an entirely different league. The combination of a combustion engine and multiple electric motors gives the SUV an important advantage: instant electric torque. When you press the accelerator, electric motors can deliver torque almost immediately. That means this massive SUV can potentially deliver explosive acceleration while still maintaining the flexibility of a gasoline engine for long-distance driving. And this isn't simply about straight-line speed. The electric motors can also provide much more precise control over the individual wheels. That's extremely important when you're driving off-road. Imagine climbing over a rocky surface. One wheel loses traction. Instead of waiting for a traditional mechanical system to react, the vehicle's electronic control system can continuously manage torque distribution. The result? More traction, more control, and potentially much better performance in difficult terrain. The reported system output is around 1,100 horsepower, while the top speed is expected to be in the region of 220 kilometers per hour, depending on the final production specification. But here's the part I find even more interesting. This is a plug-in hybrid. That means the Galaxy Cruiser 700 isn't dependent on its gasoline engine every second of the day. With its large battery pack, the SUV is expected to offer a significant amount of electric-only driving range. Depending on the final certified figures and testing cycle, the electric range could allow owners to complete everyday journeys without using the gasoline engine at all. So your daily commute could be almost completely electric. But when you need to travel hundreds of kilometers, you still have the combustion engine available. It's essentially combining the convenience of an EV with the long-distance flexibility of a traditional SUV. And that's a very interesting formula. But let's be clear, the Galaxy Cruiser 700 isn't supposed to be a giant drag racing machine. The real question is, can it actually go off-road? And this is where Geely appears to be taking the Cruiser 700 seriously. The vehicle is built around a rugged platform designed for demanding terrain. Depending on the final configuration, the SUV is expected to feature advanced four-wheel drive capabilities, multiple drive modes, sophisticated torque management, and hardware designed specifically for off-road driving. The combination of electric motors and intelligent torque distribution could give it a major advantage when navigating slippery surfaces. Mud, snow, sand, rocks, steep climbs. This is exactly where electric torque control can become extremely useful. And because the system can continuously adjust power delivery, the vehicle doesn't necessarily have to rely on a single traditional mechanical solution for every situation. The Galaxy Cruiser 700 is also expected to feature serious water whiting capability. Reported figures have suggested a wading depth of around 800 millimeters. That's nearly 32 inches. So if you come across a serious water crossing on an expedition, this SUV is designed to give you a fighting chance. And here's another feature that makes this vehicle especially interesting. Its advanced steering and drive systems can potentially make the SUV feel much more maneuverable than its enormous dimensions would suggest. That's important because a 5-meter-plus vehicle isn't exactly small. But with sophisticated electronic control systems, Geely is attempting to make this massive machine easier to place on narrow trails. So, yes, it might look like a luxury apartment on wheels, but underneath there is a serious off-road machine waiting to be unleashed. Now let's talk technology, because this is where the Galaxy Cruiser 700 really starts to feel like a vehicle from the future. Modern luxury SUVs are increasingly becoming software-defined machines, and Geely is clearly investing heavily in this area. The Cruiser 700 is expected to feature an advanced electronic architecture, supporting a wide range of sensors and driver assistance systems. That can include high-resolution cameras, radar systems, and laser-based sensing technology, depending on the final configuration. The goal is simple: give the vehicle a detailed understanding of what's happening around it, the road, other vehicles, pedestrians, obstacles, and even the terrain. This technology can then be used to support advanced driver assistance features, helping the vehicle maintain its lane, monitor surrounding traffic, and react to potential hazards. But the more interesting application is off-road. Imagine you're driving through a difficult trail. The vehicle can analyze the environment and use that information to assist with traction and terrain management. The idea is to make difficult driving easier without taking away the driver's control. And then there is connectivity. One of the most fascinating technologies associated with the vehicle is satellite communication. For people who regularly travel into remote areas, this could be a genuinely useful feature. Because when you're hundreds of kilometers away from the nearest city, traditional cellular networks aren't always available. Satellite connectivity could potentially provide communication capabilities even when you're far outside normal network coverage. That means the Galaxy Cruiser 700 isn't just being designed as a luxury SUV. It's being positioned as a connected expedition vehicle. And that is a very different approach from what many traditional automakers are currently offering. Now, let's step inside, because this is where Geely appears to have completely abandoned the old idea that an off-road vehicle has to feel basic and utilitarian. Open the doors, and the Galaxy Cruiser 700 presents a cabin that looks more like a luxury lounge than a traditional 4x4. The interior design combines premium materials, large displays, advanced technology, and a wide-open sense of space. The cabin is expected to feature high-quality upholstery, sophisticated stitching, and a premium two-tone color scheme. The goal is obvious: make passengers feel comfortable whether they're driving across the city or crossing an entire continent. The front seats are designed with comfort in mind, and the available heating and ventilation systems should make long journeys considerably more enjoyable. Depending on the final production version, the seats may also offer highly adjustable configurations designed for long-distance travel and even overnight camping. And that's one of the advantages of having such a large SUV: space. With a long wheelbase, the second row should offer generous legroom. And if the production model remains a 5-seat configuration, passengers in the rear should have plenty of room to stretch out. This could be particularly attractive for families who don't need a third row but want maximum comfort and cargo capacity. So, what exactly is the 2026 Geely Galaxy Cruiser 700? It's not just another SUV. It's a statement. A statement that the Chinese automotive industry is no longer interested in simply following the rest of the world. It's ready to compete at the highest level. The Jiangjiang 700 combines the visual presence of a traditional luxury off-roader with the technology of a next-generation electric vehicle. It offers extreme power, advanced hybrid technology, serious off-road ambitions, a luxurious cabin, and an impressive collection of digital features. But the biggest question isn't whether the Galaxy Cruiser 700 is impressive. It clearly is. The real question is whether Geely can successfully take this vehicle beyond China and convince buyers in Europe, Canada, and other global markets to leave behind brands they've trusted for decades. Because if the Cruiser 700 actually arrives internationally with the performance, technology, and pricing we've been hearing about, the competition should be paying very close attention. Now I want to hear from you. If you had the choice between a traditional luxury off-roader from a European or American brand and a fully loaded Geely Galaxy Cruiser 700 with more than 1,000 horsepower and advanced hybrid technology, which one would you choose? Would you take the established badge? Or would you take the futuristic Chinese SUV? Let me know your choice in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of China's most ambitious new SUVs, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to Neon Torque, because the automotive world is changing faster than ever, and the next generation of performance cars may not come from the countries you expect. Stay tuned, stay obsessed, and I'll see you in the next one.